What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Thema, I'm a piano music. So our boy R. Kelly is going through it, y'all. I mean, it's really, really bad. And I can even remember back in the late 90s, you know, R. Kelly had certain allegations about him, even with, you know, Aaliyah. These allegations go back to even like 1994, 95, when I was in junior high school, and I'm 41 years old. So these allegations about R. Kelly have been going on before maybe even some of y'all even been born, right? And those of you from the 90s can vouch for what I'm saying. But what has happened is that this has caught up with our boy R. Kelly, and now he's in jail, as we know, right? And it would be different, let's say, if he was in jail for something else, let's say robbery, or fraud, or gunshot, Zima. You know, let's say he shot somebody. He would probably not have as much of a problem in prison. But because R. Kelly has went to jail for those sexual allegations, we will say, R. Kelly allegedly is getting extorted in prison and beat up. Now, we all know what happens with guys who have those allegations in prison. It's not really looked well upon, and people, if you're rich, they will definitely try to extort you. They know they have money, try to extort you because you don't really have any help in there. But there is a federal prison or federal jail called MDC Brooklyn, where he's currently housed at. I believe he is in the same prison as El Chapo. And there's a brother by the name of Big Ol' Blocka who is allegedly locked up with R. Kelly right now, right? And then you see this Instagram post, Day Music, when King Famer get his ass beat in his sleep. Okay. And the other guy, he also says this, Day Music, R. Kelly ain't take no showers. Man, I got so much to say. Okay. And Sam Music, I know he gonna hang himself on my mama. We was next door for like 14 months. So this is what's going on right now with R. Kelly, right? And I think that I want guys to understand this. And obviously, I mean, it can't be verified if it's true or not, but allegedly, this is what somebody is saying. And we know that people in prison do not take kindly to those people with certain allegations against them. But I just want to, kind of tell guys that are on the come up, because, you know, my Celebrity Junk channel, it's really about black men and how it relates to our everyday life. And we see these guys who have a rise to fame. And then I think what happens with a lot of these guys, you know, because some of them get a lot of money and they come from a lot of dysfunctional issues. So when they're having this money and, you know, they have access to women, you know, and I'm not saying that he's perfect in everything that he's doing, because obviously he's not, right? But I think there's this ideology that I'm a larger than life figure and nothing can happen to me. And I must say it even at a greater extent, because a lot of people can get away with a lot of stuff in the black community, because people in the black community don't typically go to the police as much. So that kind of, people, getting beat up or doing lewd acts and, in the bedroom, those things may not come out to the police or to the general public, because we don't really believe in snitching that much on people, right? That's not what we really do. But I think there's an idea for these guys that I just can't be touched. I've been beating cases and I can't be touched. And then, that behavior can keep going on. And I want to give a shout out to the brother 16 to Life, the YouTube channel. He's a brother that was doing life in prison, but he got out. He says, listen, man, you can get away with a lot of stuff all you want, and you can beat a lot of cases, but it only takes one time for them to catch you. And once they catch you, that's it. And that's what's happened with R. Kelly. And I know there are people on either side that believe that some people are lying on him, and in certain cases that certain people are just, upset with him. But all it takes is one time. And then when you go to prison and then you're not on the outside anymore, you're not getting favoritism anymore, And now you're being extorted because people think you got money and you may not have money. R. Kelly probably don't have a lot of money anymore. But people think because, hey, you R. Kelly, I'm gonna extort you, you know? Are we gonna jump you? Are we gonna beat you up? Now I know R. Kelly was trying to box for a minute, but even if he could fight, you can't beat off all these people. And because of the charge that you have, life is tough. Imagine you're sleeping, somebody kind of attack you when you're sleeping. Like, this is how it can be. So I want black men to really understand something, that just because you having it good out there, you got to be mindful of what you're doing. You got to be mindful of who you dealing with, you know, because a lot of brothers out there thought that, you know, certain things wouldn't happen to them. And then look what happened. You know, can you realistically do something that can get you locked up? Like, look at Trey Songz. All right. Trey Songz can easily get himself in a situation where he is locked up like R. Kelly. Is Trey Songz built for prison? And again, and I want to talk to you guys about this, because what's going to catch up most guys is their sexual activity. Like, I've heard stories about R. Kelly dealing with chicks, like outside of his tour bus. And I heard it was chicks that are willing, like, you know, he would knock one off, another one would come in, knock another one off, another one. It just takes one of those girls to come out there and say, he did this to me. It ain't got to be true. In this generation, if you're a rich guy and you have access, it's not like it was in the 70s and 80s, or in the 60s, or even in the 90s. Because R. Kelly in the 90s, you know, allegedly could have been getting away with certain things, or nobody would really tell if it was the truth, or nobody would lie. But in today's world, it's not the same. So if you're a brother that's getting rich, you're getting money, and then you get access. Just because you got access doesn't mean that you take it. It takes you a long time to make that money. It is very easy to lose it, and it's even easier to go to jail or have your reputation ruined. All somebody got to do is just say something about your reputation. It ain't got to be true. So you have to really sit back and toe the line about who you're going to be dealing with, who you're going to be divulging certain situations to, and, you know, keeping you and not thinking that you're untouchable. You are definitely able to be touched. It can happen to anybody. So this is the reason why a lot of guys need to understand this. A lot of guys need to really listen to this. And like I said, if you get locked up like R. Kelly, can't nobody help you. You know, what you were on the outside don't mean nothing now. You see? And then people are going to believe, some people are going to believe, you know, even if there are fake charges on them, you know, you can't tell that to some of the guys in jail who are already jealous of you, who already think, or they'll just use it to their advantage to extort you. Then what's going to happen then? So guys, gotta be mindful of what we do, right? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jug. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.